As I was growing up, two persons stand out who modeled leadership to me. The first one is my father, Efet, and the second one is Francis Shonai, who is late the former captain of Amazulu and also the national team of Zimbabwe. You look at Francis Shonai, I think he was a great leader in his own right, in the way he carried himself. You know, there are small things, little things like punctuality. You would see him as the first one to come in training. You look at situations like the way he spoke, the fluence in which, you know, he spoke, the way he conducted himself in and outside of the field of play. I think it stood out. I think he's someone who always stood for the players, no matter what the consequences. He was someone who was always ready to represent the players well. As for my father, it was the self-discipline. It was the determination. I think it was the never die attitude in him. You look at, in terms of self-discipline, I think he was a person who knew what he wanted to achieve in life. I think at one stage he's someone who would refrain from things like smoking, you know, things like alcohol. I think those are important things that I looked at him upon. And it wasn't a situation where he would speak to me. I think it was more of a situation where he would show it. I saw it. He would take me to training with him. I would see how much he's dedicated, how much self-discipline he put in himself. I would see with his life, even at home as a father, he instilled a lot of discipline within us. The way he was with my mom, the way he related with us as children, I think you could see that he is a leader in the making, both at home and also at work. My relationship with Christ has indeed made me a better leader in the ways that as I look at him, as I follow him, he is the greatest leader of all time. And if you look at the relationship that he had with his disciples, the way you look at the story of him washing the disciples' feet, I think it just shows how humble, how a servant leader he was. And these are the things that I try to emulate and follow, you know, when it comes to my teammates, to make sure that I put them first, to make sure that, you know, for example, even if it means things are going to come, we're in a queue to eat lunch, I am the last one, to make sure that, you know what, when things come, it might be the tracksuit that are going to be given to the team, I am always at the last to receive. So this is how I make sure that as I follow Christ, as he made the disciples first, I also made my teammates first.